on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, that means you're new. I'm Mark. What's good with y'all? Go check out my other videos. Check them out. Check them out. Well, let me adjust the camera angle just a little bit. There we go. There we go. That's the money shot right there. My apologies about that. But what's going on with y'all? I'm doing good. I'm excited for this video. I'm sure you guys can tell. Although it is definitely going to be a rant video. However, we're going to be talking about something that I don't necessarily bring up too much on this channel because I truly think it is a useless feature. There's no justification for use in this feature in any capacity, which is the magazine disconnect safety feature. A lot of people might be arguing, what exactly is that? They might be wondering what it is, right? They might be wondering. They're curious. So magazine disconnect safety, I don't own any firearms that have this feature. So let me make that clear. That is how useless of a feature I believe this is. But essentially, as you guys can see, there is no mag. Chamber is empty. We are 100% clear. With the magazine removed, the magazine disconnect safety will not allow you to fire the gun. So you can't, just like I did right there. Plain and simple. Now, I have a couple of reasons as to why I really don't like the magazine disconnect safety. And overall, I just really think it's dumb. I really do. I don't see any justification for a use for it. And I'm going to bring up my points as to why I think it's dumb. And I'm even going to bring up some counterpoints that I'm sure some people will try saying. But in the end, it's just going to kind of collapse on them too. So let's get right into it. For starters, I truly feel that the magazine disconnect safety encourages people to be unsafe with firearms. Why is that? Well, because let's say, hypothetically, let's say my Glock 45 here has a magazine disconnect safety and I have a round in the chamber. Well, guess what? All I have to do to be safe with my gun is just drop the mag out. The trigger can't be pulled. Nothing can happen. It's good to go. As long as there's no mag in it, it's good to go. I don't have to worry about clearing the chamber. That's not an issue. I feel that people who only own firearms with this feature will sit there and become very comfortable and not check the chamber on any firearm that they touch. Why? Because they are going to be so used to every firearm that they own, which has a magazine disconnect safety. In the end, I feel it kind of takes accountability away from people to say, hey, we should probably, make sure that our guns are cleared before we just let them hang out, and just chill around, right? it just doesn't. A lot of people are going to argue, oh, well, this is kind of backwards. It's actually made to be safe, but it's not encouraging people to have safe habits. It's actually discouraging that. So therefore, I really don't think that the magazine disconnect safety, just in the aspect of safety, is a good idea. If you're not encouraging people to have safe habits, which guess what? When you get handed a firearm, you know what's a safe habit? Drop the mag, check the chamber, check the magazine well, make sure there is nothing in the chamber, and you are good to go. It is a great habit to have. It can save a lot of time, damage, and truthfully, lives. So, yeah, just in that aspect alone, I'm already not a big fan of the magazine disconnect safety. Now, another issue I have with it is it discourages training. A lot of people might be wondering how that can be, but whenever you are dry fire practicing, or at least a majority of people, most people, they don't have a magazine in their gun. Not everybody is dry firing with snap caps because a majority of modern firearms are able to be fired without snap caps or there being a round in there without damaging it. As a matter of fact, you're supposed to for training so you can get better. Unless you have mags filled with snap caps, unless you have them just on standby ready to go, chances are your training isn't going to be very much more than actually going to the range, which is kind of irritating because a lot of people would like to not have to spend money just so that they could practice their trigger pull. Guess how much that cost me, guys? That cost me nothing. That didn't cost me a single cent right there just to do that. However, a lot of other people, it'd be very different. Again, another reason why I am not a fan of the magazine disconnect safety feature. Again, guys, it is encouraging bad habits. It is discouraging training. What else can there be that is even more wrong with this? I don't even feel I need to go on. I could end the video right now and be more than happy proving my point that the magazine disconnect safety feature is useless. But I got one more point to make here, guys. And I think this is the most important point. Why do a majority of people own firearms? I understand there are some people who are like me who are collectors. There are some people who they only own firearms just to go hunt or to go shooting. Whatever, I get that. However, a majority of people, including myself, also own firearms to keep themselves safe for self-defense. So let's say you were ever in a real deal self-defense situation and somehow that magazine got knocked loose on your gun, it's over. Yes, while the perpetrator can't use the gun against you, you also are not going to be able to protect yourself. If for some reason you guys are fighting over the gun and the magazine is knocked out, it is over. It is over. There's no way you're going to be able to actively fight for the gun, actively fight to try to get the magazine, and actively try to put the magazine back into the gun to shoot the guy. It's going to be extremely difficult, not impossible, but almost. In the end, it's just really not the safety feature that really can screw you over. That's really the thing. A lot of people don't realize this is a safety feature that can get you killed in the end. I'm sorry, guys, but it just doesn't seem like a good idea. It seems like a very useless feature that really only idiots would recommend, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know what else to say. But if you're going to sit here and have a magazine disconnect safety feature, just understand that if you want to practice, you're going to need a ton of snap caps. That's one. Two, keep up your firearm safety habits. So that means actually every time, even with the guns that you know have a magazine disconnect safety, go ahead and check the chamber, clear the chamber. And last but not least, you better hope it is not the gun that you have with you for a self-defense situation. Because if something ever happens to that magazine, if something ever happens where the mag pops out, is knocked out, anything. Keep in mind, guys, a lot of guns, especially a lot of modern guns, it is the push of a button. See what I mean? It is that simple. And then you're out of the fight. You're done for. There's nothing else to do. It's just an overall useless feature. I really think it's going to hurt more people than it has helped or will help. I mean, I don't know, guys. Yes, this was a rant video. No doubt about it. But I think this was a pretty fair and informative rant. But as I was saying, my apologies, guys. Microphone died on me, so I had to get that fixed. A lot of people are going to try to argue, well, yeah, you can just have a ton of snap caps, have some loaded mags with snap caps. You can do your training that way. You can get your dry fire practice in there. But let's be realistic here. Snap caps are not cheap. A majority of people aren't going to go out and buy mags worth of snap caps, especially considering today's magazine capacities are not like 1911-esque, to say the least. Like we are seeing some guns that have a 20+1 capacity. Your average pack of snap caps has 5 rounds in it. Let's say somebody wanted to have a mag full of snap caps so they didn't have to stop after every 5 rounds to reload them in there. They would need to buy 4 packs of snap caps. Snap caps you can find at about $15 for a pack of 5. 4 packs, that is $60 just to dry fire practice. A lot of people aren't going to be doing that when in all reality you can just get a gun that simply can dry fire without a magazine in it. A lot of people are also going to try to argue, oh, well, if you just keep up with your habits, you should be fine. Yes, if you keep up with your habits. A lot of people, though, become comfortable. They become way too comfortable, way too quick, and unfortunately, a lot of people are not going to keep up with their habits. And then last but not least, a lot of people will try to argue, well, if someone's that close to you and grabbing onto your gun, then you already have another problem. Or a lot of people are going to say, just hold on to your gun tighter. That's really not the matter of the issue here. It's a matter of fact that you might accidentally activate it. There's a lot of things that go into, or at least a lot of variables to take into account when we're talking about a real self-defense situation. Overall, in the end, I just, I can English, completely feel as if that feature, the magazine disconnect safety feature, is useless. But with that being said, I think that about wraps it up for this video. I don't want to keep going in circles and turn a normal rant into an angry rant, especially after the microphone died. I'm already frustrated. But with that being said, y'all make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell. When you hit that bell, hit all. And whether or not you agree with me about my opinions on the magazine disconnect safety feature, go ahead and comment them down below. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to disagree with me, although I don't think you can really disprove my points. You can disagree with me, though, because everybody's unfortunately going to have their own opinion on this topic. But Go ahead and comment your opinion down below. Let me know whether or not you like the magazine disconnect safety feature. Then make sure to check out all my other videos. Y'all make sure to stay legal, stay safe, stay dangerous. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.